Petra has just been saying today to me that she feels our life or our relationship is like this half unloaded car, because we moved here to this place now, this provisional place, and I was not really excited to unload everything, because I was hoping if we find our place where we want to go, then it's nonsense to offload everything and then in 2 days again unload it. So I wanted to kind of save this time, and I was thinking about what she said. It took some time to think, and that's what we wanted to make a video about today. My two girls here.
She stinks.
So I was thinking about that half loaded car, and we have been really living a lot like this in those 5+ years we've been together. And it's because I was, wherever we were going, where we were living, it seemed like it's not a permanent solution, so I was unwilling to invest in it. I was always just creating and thinking about the next place where we want to go, something better. It was always about something better, and it kept me from living in the present, and I understand it. Another thing is also that wherever we were living, I would not want to invest in it at all. I don't want to buy furniture that fits in there. I don't want to buy good furniture that would last. It's
Like
all
expensive furniture, not good you want to buy all the time, but not too expensive or something. It's just for like a provisorium.
provisional, yeah. It's always just for provisional, and we really can't never live in the present moment like this, and the whole life just goes by still thinking about the future and still creating
in my country it's
future.
especially because it's a post-communist country, and people really don't know how to use money, and they just put on everything band-aids. They very hardly let go and buy new furniture and new things, and some people already can do that, and they might have problem with money usually, but all those people, old school people who used to live in this era, like my parents for example, they really have a hard time to buy something, go somewhere in a store and just say, this I like, I will buy this. No, they go in 10 stores, check where it's the cheapest, get the deal, and then make it the most practical as possible. And
We see that a lot as well in the apartments which we look at, how people are really trying to get the cheapest materials and just somehow make it work, so it's sort of okay. A lot of apartments look like this, and also cars on the road like they should. In other countries they wouldn't be allowed to drive.
yeah, but in for example, when we were in Bosnia or so on, that it was much worse situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would like to say that people shouldn't do both. If you go somewhere and you say, oh, I want this couch, and you have 10 minutes and you just say, I want this couch, it's also better to like digest it and go to 3 stores at least, and to just to have a little time to think, what do I want, what colors and what materials and so on. It's really good to take some time. But for example, my parents used to save a lot, because we just really used to save a lot. So sometimes it's too much, and sometimes it's just no thought about it at all, and it's also not good. And you were the example of the one who is extreme.
Extreme in what way?
And everything is like, I would talk about different topic now, but everything is not perfect enough for me to invest in it. But before you invest into something, or when you invest into something, it becomes perfect, you know, for you and homey, and there is your energy.
Yeah.
Because it's your energy going there, and when you don't want to invest your energy, it is not yours, never. Never. And you have no problem to move away from that place.
You have no attachment.
No attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I became aware of more today, and that I want to be more conscious about. That I accept what is in the present, and I make it as beautiful as I can, and I see the beauty in that moment and enjoy it.
Yeah, because you know, if you do a lot of manifestation work and so on, you can be caught in a loop, and you are sitting in a economy class, going to your favorite place to go, which happened to us, and instead of being in the present moment, you are already creating, sitting in the first class, business class, and enjoying it there. So we kind of could say that it's possible to miss the moment, and we did that
Yeah.
million times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a good point to start. I said to Raphael, okay, so we want to be in our new apartment. We have to have it for this girl, for this lady. We have to have it Luna friendly, because she has to have like a very nice flat surface. And then I say, and so what? What are we going to do there differently? If we are creating something, how are we going to feel differently in there? You know, if it is ours, or what do we want from that? And
that was already a few days ago, the topic, right?
Yes.
Because we couldn't directly move into the next ideal place for us.
Where we would just go, move in, start to do the same things, cook the same things, shop in the same way, and just live the same life. Something didn't want us to do the same things all over and over again, and it's the unknown.
Yes, us as well. For us, that life was not really fun.
That
We were
life
still
is
saving, and
yeah.
I mean, I was buying, for example, for the previous apartment, I was buying a knife magnet block which you can put on the wall. I really like how it looks, and I like to put my knives on the wall. But after we realized that we are not going to stay there, like a month later, that it's not really for us, I decided to not put it there, and I was instead storing it for those 10 months, and we were having the knives always laying out on the kitchen counter. That's like one of the examples where I was just not willing to waste it, because it has a glue and maybe I can't remove it well, and I would have to leave it there, and it really didn't cost me much. That's the fun part.
Yeah, we left there a few things, and the previous place where we were, he built the gardens there, like garden beds, and until today, my mother can plant there a lot of beautiful fruits and veggies and strawberries, especially, and it's hard to let go things, but
and then you don't want to invest in it, because then you know you will have to let it behind. But I really like to remind myself of what Dr. Joe Dispenza always says at the end of the retreat. He believes to always leave a place better than how you found it.
And also, imagine you have a relationship with a woman, and you don't invite her for a really good dinner. You just take her to some fast food because you want to just think about, you might leave her. It's not the right one, right? It's the same thing. It's
It
just
is the same thing.
Where energy flows, there it grows, and the love grows and everything. It's just a law of using your energy, right?
I can also make one more example. Petra's father was having this old car, which was still functioning, was still standing in the garden. Nobody was using it. And we were planning to go to Switzerland and we didn't have a car at that moment. So I was thinking if we could maybe use that one. And she said, yeah, it works, and check it. And I looked at it inside and it was so incredibly dirty from dog's hair. Front seat, back seat, trunk,
I didn't
everywhere.
understand the dogs yet to have until now.
Yeah. And I decided to clean it, to really clean it well, and it took me like 8 hours to get those hair out of the fabric from the seats. But then it was our car after that. It was my energy which I put in there, and we really loved to drive with it. We really appreciated that car. And now we have been using it for that trip to Switzerland and back to Czech. And now after that, her sister has been using it, her father, her mother have been using it. And this is also an example of leaving something better than you found it.
It's like an emergency car. When somebody has a car on repair, they could still use this one for necessary things. And it's like also, it's a very known fact that mother, when she has 3 kids or 4 kids or 2 kids, and one is sick, and she cares about, she cares for the child which is sick, then she has a much bigger attachment to that child because of energy investment is much bigger, much greater, and it's absolutely natural. It's nothing to feel guilty about, but it's just sometimes you can see, you can feel it, that this child has a problem and that one is not having that much energy flow from those parents.
That's
because
beautiful.
It's not possible, right?
That's really great how you explain that. That's why I love to make these videos with you, because you have a really amazing inspiration.
Yeah.
You shed light on things which I never think about. That's what I like about you.
So now it's what to do with this situation is that only just to realize, hey, we are still on the go. We are still half packed, half unpacked. We are still searching stuff. We are still kind of like going and not being in the right place. And what to do with it is to surrender it to the greater mind, because
open the eyes and open the heart to what we have in that moment.
Because we would never build this, for example. I don't know if somebody has ever built that, like that forest and the clouds and everything. Or I would never be able to create, for example, this. Or this, or this. It's not our creating, not our doing. And who else or what else could take care of it when you are willing to give up some program, right? Before summer solstice.
Yeah.
It's the best time also to be conscious about programs which you want to get rid of and use it.
And anytime is the best time.
Anytime.
You can always make some ritual.
Yeah, always.
And I'm really happy that I'm aware of this now, and this will already change a lot. That we are just becoming more conscious of what we have right now.
Because by caring for something, we also give it thanks. We express gratefulness. It's like you created our relationship, right? And then you thought, I'm done. It's created. It doesn't need any more investment of my energy. And
this I can put aside, and now I can focus on the next thing.
Creating money or whatever. But you create something, but you need to invest in it to make it thrive, to make it yours. And that's the beauty about it.
Yeah. It's I think a very important message today, and I hope you can get something from this and maybe look at your life and see where you are just waiting for something better to occur and not really living in the moment.
Yeah. Still waiting. It's like, what did I say? That it is like living in the, still on a waiting line, or still living in a den land.
In a dead land?
Then.
Then, yeah.
Then land.
Yeah, in the
Like
then.
then.
If
After
then.
that.
If then.
If then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it's an art. It's an art of being in the present moment, and yeah.
And that's what all the wise people say.
And also using energy wisely. That's what we are here to learn. Because I see on our Looney, our girl, doggy, she really is older and she has to use her energy wisely. She is having a hard time to be just super a lot all over the place. She has to focus what she really wants to do.
She wants to get up or not.
Yeah. Or eat something and so on. Yeah. So she decided to eat only the best and
not waste her time
not
with
waste her time.
dog food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, and hopefully we can also share with you. Will share with us, not only
in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you like these videos. We'll have more for you.
Yeah.